We're off to Guatemala again for our first 2013 report on the projects of the Guatemalan Foundation. This will be our YouTube video number 19, focusing on the Foundation's Patsisia projects and those in Alta Verapaz. I'm your narrator, Cordell Anderson, Executive Director of the Guatemalan Foundation. The Foundation's Patsisia School is up and running in its 31st year since the Foundation began supporting it in 1982. At the time of that small beginning in 1982, we soon had a problem financing the project, as at about that time Dr. Anderson, my father, passed on. We sold some of our old cows for slaughter, sold a bunch of pine trees, and borrowed money, but we still just didn't have enough money to support the project. At that crucial moment, Toby Pingree, our longtime partner, brought his brother George on board, and they saved the project in Patsisia. George, at that time, donated to the Foundation the Cottonwood Optical, and then negotiated its sale to Knighton Optical, the proceeds from which for the next 10 years made possible the operation of the Foundation's school in Patsisia for needy Guatemalans. He thereafter continued as a trustee, each year persisting with a generous donation, resulting over the years in over 1,400 graduates of the school, many of whom went on to be successful doctors, lawyers, veterinarians, teachers, policemen, religious and political leaders, and more. At this point, we have to add a very sad note that just yesterday, on the 13th of February, I sent out an email notice announcing the passing of this longtime friend and trustee, Dr. George Pingree. At the end of this program, we will look more closely at this last part of the email notification that we sent out to all of our friends and donors yesterday. For now, let's get back to our report reviewing a bit the history of the school in Patsisia, that was saved with the Pingree's help. With their cooperation and partnership, we went to work creating a superior learning environment based on what we call the philosophy and principles of the good life, with murals and explanations of all of this all around the school. We broke from the negative tradition in which poor Indian children were discriminated against, as well as minority religious groups such as the Mormons. All of a sudden, these cute little Cachiquel Mayans were happily going to school along with Ladino children as brothers and sisters. I should explain, Ladino is a word in Guatemala that basically means of European culture. That kind of ethnic discrimination ended at our school, and I should add that in past this kind of discrimination had even resulted in bloody battles and bloodshed between the two groups. Our school was not exclusively staffed by Indians or Latinos, but rather by Guatemalans, all working together as partners and brothers and sisters, specializing in treating all students as equals, rich or poor, and no matter their ethnic group or the church they attended on Sunday. You see here two mothers, one Indian, the other Ladino, with their children, who all go to school as brothers and sisters. If there's any special focus, it is at least half dedicated to those in the area who are poor and extremely needy, such as the widow of Don Braulio with her 6 children. Her children of school age are all given a complete scholarship. At least half of our approximately 200 students are from families like that of Jose and Maria, we see here with their little brother. As you're seeing, they are from a very poor Ladino family or non-Indian family, which again basically means that they are culturally a non-Indian family in dress and sometimes in language, but yet very poor. Here they're seen in their one family bedroom. As we see, Maria and Jose are provided our simple school uniforms, so at school they blend in with all the students. Humberto, our longtime partner and director from the beginning, is seen here with Rose and sister Julia, who are scholarship students at the nearby Ariel and Ines Anderson Chuluk Village School. which school we built in 1987 and donated to the government, but we have provided a lot of aid to the village over the years and continue to help this school as funds are available. Here we see two brothers who are also scholarship students living with their widowed mother, who works unceasingly to keep her family going. And as you see, this is again a Ladino family. Another of the needy scholarship students is Roberto with his young mother. The father recently was lost in a very tragic accident, and so they are struggling, but we are helping them make it. With the help the foundation is providing so that Roberto will get an education, they have hope of a better future for both of them. Roberto, as I've explained, is part of the approximate half of our students who receive scholarship because of their poverty and are given an opportunity to get an education and the hope of eventually overcoming their poverty and getting into the middle class, as many of our students have done so far. In turn, they are all expected to help in keeping up, maintaining the school, keeping it clean. Roberto has been put in charge of this little strip of landscaping we have in the school, colorful landscaping, which he takes great pride in. Others work in helping with the cleaning out in the street in front of the school, and of course in all of the classrooms and the school patio. So everybody helps. And they all take turn on weekends participating in projects of our community improvement program that is supervised by Patsicia's mayor, such as we see here in a reforestation project. To begin the school year, Umberto and his teachers had what we can call a PTA meeting to get the year started right. All signed in the PTA ledger to show their support for the new school year, and then a snack was served to all by our staff, prepared in the school kitchen. Here we see an example of what some of the better off families do to help in addition to participating in all of the work projects and contributing money as they can. But here we see being installed in the kitchen's window what in Guatemala is called a balcón, which of course is to offer protection for the kitchen against thieves. This was financed this year by Miranda's family. Miranda is our school queen this year. To get the school year started right, the foundation provided school materials or educational materials for all the children there at the Patsicia school and also at the school in the Chudok village. So classes are underway, kindergarten through 6th grade, of course including training for all in the Dr. C.J.S. Grosbeck Computer Lab, which is something very, very special to the school. This computer lab is considered the best in the area. At mid-morning, the children are provided a nutritional snack. The teachers also have projects to help needy neighbors, such as this elderly fellow, Don Alfonso, I believe his name is, that you see with Umberto. Guatemalans provide 23% of the expenses at the school, such as these two past graduates of the school that came in to make their donation. A generous U.S. donor has provided $20,000 this year, but we need to have an additional $1,000 a month to keep this worthy project going in its 31st year. So please help all you can and as often as you can. Of course, we can't conclude without reminding all about our project in Alto Verapaz, which is 5 hours away from Patsicia, as you see on the map here. There, our volunteer director, Federico Vélez, travels the rugged mountains of Santa Cruz Verapaz, helping the neediest group of indigenous people in the whole country, the Maya-Poqomchi. From this four-wheel drive road high in the mountains, we zoom in on one of the remote villages and its school. So far, we have aided the Valparaiso community and provided the Julie Memorial Classroom and its cute little children and the entire school with educational supplies. We also had sufficient funds to help two other schools, the two most needy in the area, which we helped them also build a few years ago. 1,000 have been helped so far this year, a far cry from 2012 when we were able to provide 6,500 children with supplies. So we need to do much more, and additionally always need funds for emergency aid for this area that is out of reach of aid institutions and churches, and so they need our help in these remote areas. Please help all you can and as often as possible. You can donate online at our website or send your donation to Post Office Box 50, Springville, Utah 84663. And remember Dr. George Pingree and his family in your prayers. You can all see this email mailing on our website, and also at the website you can have access to his obituary and learn the details of this amazing man and a life of just incredible sacrifice and serving of humanity. He's been 30 years with the foundation, and without him this school would have never got started that we have seen in Patricia, and so please remember him and see if we can't take up the slack a little bit by increasing our efforts to take the place of what this great man did over so many years.